Good morning. Finally a Friday here in Alaska. And I don't know what's going on with the weather. we were bitter cold for November. December was not much warmer. Pretty brutal. Below zero temperatures. And then January, the first week, same thing. Brutal, below zero temperatures. And this morning it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's no ice on my windshield. Crazy. This next couple of weeks is supposed to stay warm all the way through the end of the month. So we'll see what happens. But I'm heading out to work a couple of minutes early this morning. I don't know what kind of road conditions we're going to have. Just crazy. All I can hope for at this time is maybe, just maybe, with the pattern the way it is, we're going to have an early spring. And that would be incredible. That would be awesome. Oh my gosh. Still got quite a bit of snow. Flip the camera around for you. Right? Still a ton of snow on the ground. But with wind like we have right now, and these above zero temperature, or these above freezing temperatures this morning, the snow can melt pretty darn quick. It's also slushy and nasty. So this is the kind of stuff you want to take your time in. Ladies, how are we? What are you doing, girl? Oh, you guys drank a lot of water today, huh? Hi. You got an egg here for me? Thank you. Thanks for the gumball, Mickey. Red. Cute little girl. Alright, let's get this filled up. Pretty night. Very pretty night. Usually I keep the wood drier, better covered. I cover the fire pit. Most of the stuff that was in there was pretty dry, but it'll be interesting to see if I can get this thing going tonight. The plan is I'm going to cook a nice New York steak here. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit right now in Alaska. Crazy month of January. So the plan is I'm going to cook a nice New York steak that I picked up at work on here. I'd like to get some good coals going first, and then I could go ahead and roast a potato in there as well. If not, if all I get is just a regular flame and heat, then I'll go ahead and do the potatoes the other style, where I kind of cut them thin, scallop them. It's beautiful today. It was kind of nice when I went to fill the chicken water up. It wasn't frozen at all. And we're supposed to be cold this time of year, I get it. But man, I am not going to look a gift horse in the mouth when it's this warm and this nice. Not at all. Crazy awesome. Ugh. I cheated and threw some charcoal in there to try and get some coals burning anyway. I have missed a campfire. Smoky. Come on. It's times like this I wish smoke didn't follow beauty. A beautiful evening. A Bob Ross sky going on. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm sitting here and I just finished dinner and I'm looking at Facebook and watching a little bit of Raspberry Rock off grid. And all of a sudden I hear this ungodly noise from outside and the chickens just go crazy. So I stop doing what I'm doing. I run outside and I look, and the snow on the top of the chicken coop shed. So it all slid off and the chickens went nuts. And so I'm checking on them and I hear this noise. I'm looking around, and I have the chicken wire up on top. One of the chickens went out the front door of its coop and jumped up on the top of that roof, and it was stuck because its claws were like grabbing the chicken wire because it was funny. It was so funny. So I had to go into the chicken run, pull the wire down so it was kind of level with me, and stick my hand up underneath the belly of the chicken and lift her up so she'd let go of the chicken wire and put her back in the coop. She was just like, normally they'll kind of struggle a bit when I pick them up, but she was just like looking at me like, what happened? What was that? What was that? It was so cute. So I came back in the house and grabbed the light and went out and double checked and made sure that all the chickens, in fact, were in the coop. Crazy. I mean, they're fearless of all this stuff, but if they hear a noise, they just lose it. Oh, nice live. I had a ton of fun on YouTube tonight on my live. I usually do it every week. Every Sunday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon Alaska time, which is 7 o'clock Eastern time. I think the chickens, in fact, I know the chickens have my pot. And I don't feel like going out and digging. For another pot. Let's see if we can make this one work. Oh, where did I put those? Where did I put those? You'd think not having a whole bunch of room in the trailer and in my cupboards that I would remember where I put the few things that I actually bought. can be frustrating. All right, let me look for this, and I'll be right back. Ta-da! Oh, here's those lights I was talking about. I got the lights, the 4-pack of lights as a gift from a viewer, and that's what they look like. They're pretty awesome. Right, that's the regular position, and then that's the high position. The other one is the battery's just about dead in. But I put my rechargeable batteries in there, which is super cool. I do something real simple for dinner tonight. I'm terrible about not eating dinner on a regular basis. And I need to get better about it. I mean, I could pretty much go with one meal a day and, be fine. Except your body doesn't like when you do that to it. We'll do something nice and simple here tonight. How's that sound? So I got a little bit of water. Let me grab some salt. A little olive oil. Bring that water up to temperature. And we're going to make a little fettuccine Alfredo. But I'm not making the Alfredo sauce because I don't have any cream or milk here. I don't usually keep milk and cream at the house unless I'm actually doing something with it. So we're going to get that going. This I can move down. I like something a little special with my Alfredo. A little butter, a little olive oil. If you wonder why you always see me put butter and olive oil in together, it's because that way the olive oil stops the butter from burning. We're going to dice up some baby portobello mushrooms. These are actually creminis. When they're little, they're cute and brown like that. When they're bigger, they're awesome. They're like that. So we're going to get that. I'm going to saute up some mushrooms to go in the fettuccine Alfredo. And I can do those early. So I'm going to get these all cut up, and then I'll show you what I'm doing next after that. The star of the show is just regular old classic Alfredo sauce from Ragu. Yeah, that'll work. One of the nice things about doing a quick and easy meal like this is I can make enough for just one meal, and then I could just do it again tomorrow night if I want to have the same thing again tomorrow night. That's what I'm going to do. I've got this. I've got a little bag salad left in the refrigerator from the steak the other night. And picked up a little red wine today. So I can have a glass of wine with my pasta tonight. garlic powder. Throw a little minced garlic in there as well. So I've taken to storing my pasta in these these plastic bags. And the reason why is because I had like 3 or 4 boxes of fettuccine sitting here at the house. And I went to make fettuccine Alfredo. And sure enough, somehow they got wet. And when they did, just ruined everything. The pasta was moldy, nasty. That was terrible. I put a little more butter in that. So now, when I buy anything like that, or flour, or anything like that, I just wrap it up in plastic first before I put it away. You can always get that stuff on sale, so it's super handy to have around. I am going to need a colander. The other nice thing about doing this basically to order, right, is that you can just throw the Alfredo sauce, the jar, in the refrigerator. Did a terrible job of washing that. I could throw this in the refrigerator, whatever I don't use, and then I'll just use it over the rest of the week. Now, if I was going to be eating these mushrooms, as in, sauteing them up to eat, I would also add a little white pepper, because I think white pepper's got a better flavor when you cook with it. And then I would add some very dry sherry. I got it around here somewhere. I'm sure I got some left. Oh, I must have that put up somewhere else. I'm not going to use it. Oh, yeah, there it is, sitting right there. Duh. So I use this. This version is Fairbanks, but you're looking for very, very dry sherry. Maybe I'll do a splash. There we go. Just to impart the flavor. Right? If you don't drink, and you're saying right now, well, I don't drink, so I can't do that. Know that the alcohol evaporates out of that, and what I want is the flavor from the wine. I do not want the alcohol at all in there. So the steam, as it's coming off right here, most of that's alcohol. This is almost ready. I'm going to do a portion, huh? Let's do... I don't know if you can see that, but basically next to my thumb, probably a little bit closer to the size of my thumb. That to me is one portion for one person. It's a carb, so I'm not really interested in totally carving out. I put the oil in there. I put the salt. I always put my salt in my water. I put the oil in there to stop it from, hopefully, the noodles from sticking together. It's just a traditional thing. But I always put salt in my water. I always do. No matter what I'm cooking. That cook down, and then we'll come back. All right, so while that's doing its thing, boiling around until the pasta's ready, I need some butter. And I need the garlic back out again. Let's not be stingy. We'll do a whole thing then I'm probably going to need a little olive oil again as well. Sharing a burner here right now because I want the water to stay hot that the pasta's cooking in. And at the same time I want to melt that butter because I picked up a loaf of bread today. Let's turn this on to about 250. I thought if I'm going to have pasta, I need to have garlic bread as well. Over these here so they stay warm, and I can turn that down. I need a pan to cook them in. Let's turn our temperature down to low. Okay, here's where it gets fun. So oil, butter, garlic, everything that was in there I'm throwing back into the bottom of this pan real quick. Okay? To the top of that, I am going to add our pasta. And then I'm just going to do a quick mix together here. And mainly the reason why I'm doing this is not to mix the mushrooms in, but to mix all the flavor from the oil and the butter and the seasonings in. And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of Alfredo. And that is going to bring everything together. Let that heat up while I get the rest of this stuff ready. All right, I need a plate. Hopefully this salad is still okay. Yes, that'll work. A little wilted, but it's not bad. Okay. I'm going to hit it with a little of this Parmigiano Romano cheese. And I have a fascination for fresh cracked black pepper on my Alfredo. All All right, we need the final touch on there, don't we? Then we can eat dinner. Oh, this is going to be nice. Here, and then. Wonderful. That looks delicious. Nice. I am going to have dinner. Mind ya. A little bit of snow today. I had a comment on a recent video that said, basically in a nutshell, Sean, well, we'd love to see your smiling face. Turn the camera around so we can see the beauty of where you live. So I'm headed to town right now. It is Saturday, January 15th. Crazy thing last night. Apparently, there was an underwater volcano off the coast of Tonga that exploded. And it was just a huge eruption. And I guess the explosion, you guys probably all see the videos by now, was so big that it could be seen from space, and it was captured by satellite imagery. But this morning, between like 3:30 and 4 o'clock, I got up like I usually do early, and I'm sitting there in the trailer, and I started hearing some booms, boom, 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 and I thought, what the heck is going on? And at one point, I literally got up and walked over and opened the door to make sure that everything was okay. We do have a ton of people that like to shoot around here, but usually they're not shooting at that time of the morning. And I thought nothing of it. And then I got on the phone, looked at the weather app for the day, and saw that we had a forecast of snow for the day with a chance of tsunami warnings, and that's how I found out about the volcano. But the Alaska Volcano Observatory, because we have quite a few active volcanoes in Alaska, we have one of those, recorded that sound traveling from Tonga to Alaska over 6,000 miles. If that'll let you know how big that detonation was. And it arrived right between that 3:30 to 4 a.m. slot. So that's what I heard. Really crazy.